So what I want to ask you, Clint, is when you're giving or when you've been giving over the years a golf lesson, what are your goals when you're giving a lesson? What is it you're trying to accomplish when you're working with your students?
It's a great question, because I think all good teachers would look at a fact as asking their students, having a conversation, what their goals are, and be able to evaluate how you're going to help them get there. Now, that's not always the same for all players, all right, because they all have different goals and objectives and different physical abilities and some bit of a beginning swing, if not a more mature swing that they're trying to make better. So I think from my standpoint, I take what they're trying to achieve, whether to strike it better, get more compression, maybe score better, then you have to mold your plan around that and map out a strategy to help them get as close to their goals as you can with the limited time. But also, I try to make them understand that this may be a team event, but I can't practice for them. I try to instill that fact in it. I'm here to help you. And in today's world, it's great because we got the video cameras on the phones that you can stay much more in contact with your student now than we ever could when I was Mike's age. We didn't have that opportunity to be that close. So it's a great time that you can help a student. I don't know. I don't see any. Ted and I've got it all for you. But so that's what I try to do, is try to evaluate where they're wanting to go and the best approach to get them there, and try to stay in as close contact with them now as I can.
Yeah, I think that's a great answer, and I think that's spot on. Mike, what about you? I mean, you obviously have, I'm sure you would agree with what Clint just said, that obviously you want to assess what the player's looking to accomplish with their goals, but you also have to have some goals yourself as to what you want to do as you prepare for the lesson, as you get an understanding of what they want. You also have some goals when you come in there. So give us an idea of what maybe some other things that you might consider when you're getting your lessons prepared. What are some of the goals that you bring to the table in helping your students?
Yeah, sure. So, I think a big thing along with, obviously their goals is first and foremost. They're coming to you with an objective of some kind: stop a slice, stop a top, improve contact, whatever that may be, lower scores, have more fun in general. But ultimately, I look at it as, coming in, they're trying to learn something. Sometimes it's just teaching them how to understand a certain concept. Like, they may be doing something wrong because they've been under the impression of, oh, hey, I do this a certain way, such as a beginner coming in thinking they need to lift the ball up in the air. You don't need to lift the ball up in the air. We hit down on the ball, make the ball go up, because we have loft on the ball or on the club. So, sometimes coming into the lesson and understanding, okay, is this going to be, more of a concept type lesson, at least, and each lesson kind of goes through phases too, right? Like in the beginning, it might be like discussing some concepts and different ideas of what what the player thinks should happen. So then you could either confirm or deny that what their thought process is correct or incorrect, and then go through drills. But ultimately, like I always give my students quote unquote homework and give them something that they can do every night before bed, just to retrain a pattern and eliminate the old pattern and create a new one. Because ultimately, the only way we're going to do that is to do the new correct move more often than the incorrect one. So if you can give them something to do at home, or in the backyard, or in front of a mirror, even without a golf club, just to feel what you're trying to do every day, that's going to help that student learn, especially for those students that only have 1 or 2 days a week, if that, to practice. Because that's along with asking the student what their goals are, I always ask them, okay, how much time are you going to devote to putting in some time? Because that will change how we're going to teach it a little bit. Because if you have more time and they're wanting to come in more frequently for lessons, we might break it up a little bit more, make it in smaller chunks, and let them create some building blocks to improve, versus someone who hey, I just want a one-off lesson to fix a slice. Okay, well, let's try and straighten the ball out a little bit and go from there and show you why some more regular lessons might be beneficial for you.